So I just hit this circle and this thing records me?
Yes.
What happens if I hit the triangle?
You die.
I'll die? What the fuck kind of world is this? Lives hang in the balance by simple shapes. You bastards! You did it! You fucked it up! You did... Oh, it just says record. Okay, here we go.
Oh, they're here!
But are we? Do they know how to get out?
Should we tell them?
Horror City Episode 12, featuring The Driver, Quiet Ride, written by Mike Kooistra, James Blaisdell, and Jada Brisentine-Smith, and Into the Abyss, Part 1, The Model Husband, written by Reverend Bacon.
It's the HBC 6 o'clock news with anchors Carly McCready and Nigel Anderson, Wilma Cassidy with the weather, Brad Washington with the sports, and as always, Charlie Scatta for the latest in the city's entertainment. Here's our HBC Action News team.
Good evening and welcome to HBC News. We begin with tonight's top story that has Harbor City deeply divided. The leaders of the social outreach group PETS, otherwise known as People for the Ethical Treatment of Zombies, have gotten enough signatures to push forward a new citywide measure that would make all undead viable citizens complete with the right to vote. We have our new intern Tucker Peterson on location at City Hall where the measure is going to be up for a vote. Tucker?
Yes, Carly, I'm here live. Just moments ago, a spokesman from City Hall announced that the measure will indeed be voted on in just 3 months' time. The announcement was met with cheers and boos from the crowd. I got those reactions.
Eddie, you dirtbag. You must have completely cleaned out the poor old bastard. Hey, yeah. Take me to Madeline Grove ASAP.
You got it.
How much? 250K at 36? Holy shit. You're definitely picking up the tab come the 15th. Hookers and blow all around. It's a goddamn tax write-off getting your dick sucked.
Hey, I gotta take a slight detour up ahead.
Yeah, do whatever.
Alright.
What? Nah, say it again. The fucking cabbie was talking over you. Hello? Eddie, you still there? This bullshit here. Pay top dollar for the latest phone and the signal is still bullshit.
You look familiar. Were you in the papers or something?
Look, broski, I've got a cocaine come down that feels like an elephant standing on the side of my face right now. Do me a favor and just nix the small talk.
Whatever you want. Radio?
Yeah, sure. Put on the news.
And on camera 3, George Martinez has been with us for 3 years. Say hello, George.
Rain's good.
They sure are, George. In other news, the east side of the city is preparing for another radioactive storm. This will be the 3rd storm near the waterfront in this year alone, and it has some people worried.
I'm a fisherman by trade. When these storms come up, we have to come back to port and hunker down till the storm passes. We lose precious fishing hours and all the good glowfish are gone by the time we weigh anchor again.
Well, I may be a hopeless romantic, but I find radioactive storms just perfect for cuddling with my husband.
I left a can of peaches out in the storm once. Once it was over, I went out and saw a couple of squirrels stealing it with a can opener. I seen it, it's true.
The Harbor City Weather Service has issued the following warning to anyone out in the east side of the city. Find shelter. don't stand out in the storm. If any friends or family members do go out in the storm, be sure to add their bodies for general garbage pickup this Thursday.
So the rain's supposed to be toxic now? More bullshit science trying to bring down the oil industry. Who believes that shit?
You've seen the movies. You've read the novels. You've discreetly masturbated to the audiobooks. But nothing will prepare you for what comes next. Alan Gray is 50 years older.
Anastasia?
No, Mr. Gray, I told you. She passed away.
Oh, I see. Is the body still warm?
Ew, no, she died years ago. I'm your assisted living nurse, Stephanie.
Oh, I see. Well, Stephanie, if you're going to be my nurse, I have rules you must obey.
What?
They say his appetites were forbidden, but passions are not confined by time.
Now get down on your knees and give me a sponge bath.
Mr. Gray! I am not going to tell you again. I am not your contract submissive.
Can I sniff your shoes?
No. Now roll over. It's time for your enema.
Oh my, don't threaten me with a good time.
This Friday, be prepared for the exquisite pain of longing and loss.
If you don't stop squirming, I'll never get this catheter in.
Yes, my love. Oh, yeah. Oh, it hurts so good. Try harder.
Experience the ecstasy of 50 Shades of Grey hair.
Nothing. Sorry.
Passion is timeless.
I bet the old fart put it right up her ass. I would.
Seeing as how we're talking about weather, we should probably bring out our resident weather aficionado, Wilma Cassidy.
Thank you, Nigel. Yes, the east side is on high alert for radioactive storms until 9 o'clock tonight, so be sure to find someplace safe and dry. Make sure you don't forget those little ones either. That includes pets, too. I think we all lost a dog or a cat to those storms, so just keep them in
Michael, I know you can hear me, Michael. So diligent in your duty, Michael. Ferrying another lost soul to their final resting place. Yes, you hear me. Ignore me all you want, Michael. But I have something you want. Someone you want back. Give me his soul, Michael. He was a terrible human being. He stole from those who gave him their trust. He's forced young women to his pleasures. Give him to me. Give him to me, and I'll tell you where your missing Naomi is.
The fuck is this? Yo, broski, this is a graveyard.
I'll get the door.
What? I have your medallion for this. Oh, what the fuck? Ow! Ow, fuck! Ow! Fuck! Stop it!
Listen, you scumbag piece of shit. You're dead. Your face hurts because most of it's missing. 2 gangbangers shot up the strip club where I picked you up. They were possessed by demons at the time, but that's a whole other story. There was a hit on you, and now you're dead. Someone wanted you dead, and honestly, I don't care. I'm fine with it, actually. You're better off this way. We all are. My job's done here.
What am I supposed to do now? Hey! Hey, what the hell am I supposed to do now? Hey!
Go figure it out yourself, asshole. Eat shit.
Do you seek knowledge from the beyond? I am Madame Peters. I speak with the spirits that pierce the veil of our reality into the outer realms of existence. Only I can give you the answers you seek. Only I can satisfy the hunger you crave for the secrets of the universe. I dare you to call me now at 555-6463. That's 555-MIND, like a mind child. I will tell you everything you need to know, and more, for a very small fee to be discussed at the time of the call. I'll give you an amazing reading. Don't believe me? Just hear some of these callers we recorded.
Yes, calling to see if my husband is cheating on me.
I am so glad you called. No, your husband is not cheating on you.
Oh, really? Such a relief.
He is, however, masturbating at least 5 times a day on your shoe closet.
Wait, what?
It's true, my child. And on Tuesdays, when you go play tennis with your sister, he wears your slippers like a jockstrap around the house. But rest assured, he has not cheated on you at all. He's all yours, young lady.
Yeah, he's all mine. Thanks.
Madam Pettis, please help me. I think the government is spying on my brain when I sleep.
It's about time you called me. They are spying on you. If you listen to me, we can save your thoughts from those reptilian agents.
Really? Yes, please help me.
First, you need to get the microchips out from under your skin. Go fetch an ice pick or a corkscrew.
I've got a power drill right here.
Good, now aim for the legs first.
Right away.
If I can help these people, then I know I can help you too. Call now. Except for you, Fred. I cannot help you. You are too far gone for anyone to help, so stop calling. Oh, and Martha, dear, you don't need to call me, honey. Just take the antibiotics like the doctor told you to, and the rash will go away. But next time, use protection, okay, girl? Everyone else can call. Do it today.
Hey, you must be Detective Blanco. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Likewise, it's, Worth, right?
No, it's worse. You know, like meat, sausage.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So, you always have a meal at the beginning of your shift?
I like to start the night on an empty stomach.
Yeah, that'd be the worst. Sorry.
Yeah, so I read your file.
You read my file, man?
Well, yeah, we are detectives. You didn't read mine?
Why would I need to? I'm not investigating you. What did it say?
Not that much, actually. The DEA really butchered it.
Yeah, I was pretty deep undercover. You'd be surprised how many familiar faces you see when you're looking up from the bottom.
I wouldn't. If you'd taken the time to do a little research, you'd see how many years I put into this city.
What, like 40?
Oh, you're hilarious.
I was being serious, man.
Look, if we're going to work together, you just have to be honest with me. All I want is a few honest answers.
Okay. Ask away.
Okay. So why are you working the streets as a detective? All I got from that file was you were deep undercover. Everything went to hell and now you're my partner. So what are you doing out here?
Would you believe me if I said it was to make Horror City less horrible?
Maybe. If you'd elaborate.
Okay, man. I usually don't like to talk about it, but you're right. I was in deep, about to make the biggest bust of my life. Then Lulu's gang came in and killed all of them. Slaughtered them like animals. They were scumbags for sure, but they deserved justice, not death. My old boss didn't believe me or didn't want to believe me, so we came to an agreement. And now I'm out here.
Why do I get the feeling you're not telling me everything?
Because I'm not. You want me to start from the beginning and give you every little detail?
I suppose not. You better watch your ass out there. Hey, in these streets, cops are just meat for the grinder.
Don't worry about me. I know how to take care of myself.
Well, see that you do. I got a call earlier about a murder case. Fresh crime scene. You ready?
Yeah, let's hit it. Looks like we have a taxidermist on our hands.
And a good one at that. This guy knew what he was doing. Hey, Blanco, this is Josh, one of our forensic guys.
How's it hanging, Josh?
Good. Our Jane Doe is wearing cat fetish gear. She's in a begging position, and it looks like our perp forced her into some sort of perverse smile. He also left a tape with a player.
Has it been played?
Nah, we just waited for you to get here.
Sweet servitude. For my introductory piece, I decided on simplicity. Truly, what is more minimal than a life of servitude? A life wasted on the whim of another. Is a human being born without volition? Disgusting. Allowing yourself to be beaten into submission. Do you see yourself in her? Have you ever felt the burdens of this city whip you into submission? Really? Isn't that what's happening right now? Look at her insincere smile. Just a bit too happy to be truly human. And her eyes. Don't they just scream with the agony of eternal, unheard pain? I truly hope you think about this face next time you see a waitress. I hope you see this one's face as she pours your coffee. Just to be sure, I filled her corpse with coffee and takeout from various diners around town. Might not want to stop for lunch after this one. Signed, the model husband.
Wow, what an edgy douchebag.
I swear every single asshole that kills someone in this town thinks they're a fucking artist. I'm guessing this was our victim on the recording?
I believe so. Do you think our perp hates waitresses?
I think he may hate all women. All that offset emotional baggage in the tape leads me to believe that he may not have many women close to him. When he feels teased by these women, he lashes out.
Hey, look right here. Yeah, our nutjob's already screwing up. She's got a birthmark. Josh, see if this matches up to any prior arrest records. Run it through the database, look for missing persons, runaways, that kind of thing.
Good catch, detective. Any idea where we can start?
Maybe we can canvass some of the restaurants around the area. That birthmark means he's sloppy, maybe impulsive.
Maybe he didn't know about the mark until after he killed her. He'd grown too attached for some reason and decided to continue.
Possibly. He wants us to think he's in control. It leads me to believe he's not. Maybe our Jane Doe's just a missing waitress. Maybe.
Guys, I just got a call. I think we got another one a few blocks away.
Another one already? Come on, we'll share a cab.
I guess it goes without saying we got a spree killer on our hands.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna be one of those nights. Our perp really did a number on this one. Her limbs have been chopped up and covered under various piles of dirty diapers.
That explains the shit smell.
Yeah, and that's not the worst of it. She's been cut from her genitalia to her chest. Her insides were stuffed with a large amount of semen before being sewn back together. Her face looks tired.
Is there another tape?
Yep, right here.
Meh. More bad spoken word bullshit. I need to make a phone call.
Motherhood. Do you love your mother, detective? Was she distant and cold, or was she close and warm? Was she a little too close and warm? Motherhood is where female manipulation starts. From the very moment a man draws breath, he must cry out for nourishment from a woman. He must scream and beg just to survive by his mother's hand. How vengeful God was that day. He chose to restrict life to the female hand. Signed, the model husband.
Any word on that birthmark yet?
Yeah, but...
But what?
Well, we got an address and a name. She lived with her family on the other side of town.
Well, what are you waiting for? That's our lead.
Worst, she went missing 10 years ago. Her name was Jessica. Father moved away from town 7 years ago after her mother committed suicide. That case is as cold as it gets. She disappeared, and here's her corpse a decade later. That's all we got.
Fuck. Alright, I need to talk to Blanco. What are you doing out here?
That was one of my contacts in the sex industry. I got a hunch I want to follow up on. She said she may have something.
That kind of testimony doesn't stand up too well in court, you know?
We don't need a testimony. We just need to be pointed in the right direction. We could always get evidence later, man.
Well, we're gonna have a hard time with that. Our first victim was kidnapped 10 years ago.
Shit. I have a feeling this is gonna get deeper and darker. How's it going, Amy? This is Detective Worst.
Hi, can we make this quick? I really can't be seen talking to cops.
That's fine, just tell us what you know.
Okay. So, I didn't want to say anything, but some weird shit went down a while ago. See, it's normal for a group of new girls to show up and then disappear a little while later. A lot of us travel, especially in groups. That way we can look out for each other. But lately there's been these groups of girls coming through. Whenever they show up, we're warned not to talk to them. Not told. Warned.
Why is that?
Well, at first I was just told they don't speak English, but I knew that was crap because I'd overheard them speaking plain English. At first I didn't do anything because I didn't want to shake anything up. But then one night I saw one of the girls hiding in the bathroom and crying, and I just couldn't help myself. I had to talk to her.
What did she say?
Well, she told me her name was Jessica.
Wait, she didn't happen to have a birthmark on her, did she? It would be right here.
I didn't get a good look.
What else did she say?
She said she was afraid to die, that she'd been kidnapped years ago by a trafficking ring, and that she thought they were going to kill her. Later that week, the usual group of guys comes and picks them up. I never saw any of them after that.
Can you describe any of them in detail?
Better. One of them was one of my clients a while ago. His name is Officer Bradford. He's a cop. I went to his house for a party. I can give you the address.
This is Worst. Okay. Yeah, I will be there.
For fuck's sake, does this guy ever take a break?
Great. What do we have this time?
Our killer brought in mannequins for this one. They're surrounding our victim, who is heavily bruised. She's standing and looking down at the ground. It should be noted that this is the first one we found standing up. And we got another tape, too.
Matthew 22:21. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and render unto God what is God's. I've pondered this quote since my youth. Did God not create everything? Are we not all His children? It wasn't until later that I found this one. Romans 13:1. Let every person be in subjection to the governing authorities. For there is no authority except from God, and those which exist are established by God. Who is the true authority here, detective? You or me? If this toy was alive, what do you think she'd say? P.S. Blanco is a petulant Philistine. Signed, the model husband.
Getting a little personal, huh?
Oh, it gets better. He left a photo. Here, take it. I already made a copy. It looks like a group of women in some sort of dungeon.
This could be just what we need. Run this picture as soon as you can.
We need to show this photo to Amy. She's not picking up.
Maybe she's busy.
No way. Once her shift is done, she stays up until sunrise. That's her routine.
You two, spend a lot of time together?
We go back. We used to hang before I was a cop. We trust each other. She's still not picking up. Something's wrong. Listen, Worst. Can I trust you?
Nobody ever asked me that before, telling me to do something I'm okay with doing.
Look, our first Jane Doe leads us to someone who's been missing for a decade, and I bet that picture gets us nowhere. I know a human trafficking case when I see one. Everything checks out about Amy's story. It has to be Bradford. He was at the first two crime scenes. That's how our killer got my name. They could be moving or even killing those witnesses right now. If they succeed, those people are gone forever. That address is the key.
What do you suggest?
Gunshots, probable cause.
Just like that, huh? Our first shift, you want me to piss all over due process?
Come on, Worst. We both know due process doesn't stop you.
And I thought you didn't read my file.
I didn't need to with your reputation.
Yeah. You just better keep yourself in line. You fuck up, I'm not sticking my neck out to save your ass. Cover my blind spot. We go in 3.
Hold on. There we go. After you. The lights are on in that room. Shit.
We're too late. Blanco, I'm sorry.
Just play the tape.
So, here you are, bearing witness to your cold reality. Futility and impotence is your lot in life. You did everything right, and yet you failed. You're never going to win on the ignorant side of the law. You'll break someday. It may not be soon, but someday it will happen. Until then, I sincerely hope you enjoy your trophy. Amy stands tall and proud on her cage. Those ground-up guts inside of it belong to Bradford. It's what he gets for being so sloppy. I doubt this is too different from what would happen to him if you had arrested him and sent him to prison. I hope your next shift is more satisfying, but I doubt it will be. Signed, the model husband.
I need a drink. Come on, I'm buying.
Horror City Episode 12, produced by Mike Kooistra, Reverend Bacon, and Jason Luca. Voices by Reverend Bacon, James Blaisdell, Zach Blaisdell, Six Carolino, Judea Driscoll, Sarah Hood, Rio Kimball, Serena Kintari, Amber Lee, Mike Kooistra, Kirsten Krause, Jason Luca, and Marianne Orndorff. This has been a Horror City Memphis and Horror City Los Angeles studio production. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe to our channel for new full episodes every month. Also, try re-listening to this episode in challenge mode. Take a shot every time someone says fuck.